Howdy y'all, it's Kathy from RustPaperScissors. I wanted to do a tutorial today on the faux typewriter keys that I make and I have for sale in my Etsy shop. I've had them for a while, and what they are were just 1-inch metal rim tags, and originally I just left the hole and I stamped onto the tags with my stamps, and then heat embossed them with a clear embossing powder. And I liked that, although I didn't think the hole and the brad looked really like a traditional typewriter key. So I decided to maybe kind of revisit them and make them in a different way. And again, I'm using the 1-inch metal rim tag that I tea-dyed. What I did was I took some craft paper and I made a template on Excel with the alphabet, and I just cut it out. When you have a inch or any metal rim tag, there is about 1/4 of an inch that is taken up with the rim, and so when you cut it out, you need to use a smaller circle cutter. So what I use is the 3/4 inch circle cutters, and all I do is I try to find the center of the letter, get it centered there, and then I just cut it out. And then I like it if you take the circle, the little thing that you just printed, and I like to go on and ink these because I think it just looks more vintage if it's a little bit darker. And so that's all I do. And here I'll show you what the difference. So I just think the vintage looks better. This was an example of one that I did that I didn't ink, and then this is an example of one that I inked, and I just really think the darker one looks better, so it looks more traditional. So I ink that. We'll ink the other one real quick just so we can make two, and they're very easy. They go very quickly. I glue them on with a glue stick. I use Versamark ink to adhere the embossing powder. I use Deep Impressions, Stampendous Deep Impressions embossing powder, and I like that. I think it works very good. What I do is just glue these down. And you can worry about the hole, but it really doesn't matter because you're covering it up unless you plan to put a brad in there. There you go. And the other one. Okay, then what I do is I take a popsicle stick and I take a repositionable glue dot and I put it on there, and then since I'm doing two, I'll do two at once. There we go. So then all I do is I stick the tag, and I try and just stick the top part of the tag onto the repositionable dot. Not sure if you can see that, I'm trying to get it, but just put it up there. And then I use Versamark. My pad is well loved, so it looks terrible, but it works. And I just get the tags lined up here. And then I take our embossing powder. You could just stick it in there, but I usually just sprinkle it on and shake off the excess. And then I find that it takes usually about 2 coats. Sometimes it might take 3. sometimes you have to manipulate the popsicle stick as you're heating it because you know it's homemade. They're not going to be perfect. And here I'm just going to have this ready to go. I don't know how to edit on videos, so I'm going to stop this for just a second. So I'm going to have to turn the heat tool on, and it makes a lot of noise, so I apologize. Just turn your volume down. And all I'm going to do is, heat emboss these. And the first layer looks a little rough. It's not completely done. So all I'm going to do is, just while it's still, hot, I add some more of the embossing powder. And usually 2 coats, it works fine. And as you can see, it's not exactly perfect. There's a little spot here. So what I'm going to do is just add some embossing powder right there and see if I can't fill that in. Doesn't take much. And then, like I say, if you tilt the popsicle stick around, sometimes you can move the the embossing powder while it's still hot, and it looks good. But that's that one. Then let's do this one real quick. And see, it's not exactly perfect, but if you just add your embossing powder, move it around a little bit, and then there we have our letter. And we'll just let that cool for a minute. While it's cooling, I wanted to talk about, I did try using Tim Holtz embossing glaze, and what I was trying to do was, I'm not real crazy about the shininess of the metal, but I did not like, this was the Vintage Photo embossing glaze. But I didn't like how it worked with the metal. So maybe I just didn't do it right. I don't know, but I preferred this, than the embossing glaze. I wanted to show some tags that I had made, and this is just a little tag that I had collaged, and then I added the faux typewriter key on there. I don't know if you can tell, these that we just made, they're shiny, but I wanted to see if you could get it to where it was matte. And if you add collage medium after these have cooled, you can get the shine to kind of dull down. Although now I think I really prefer the shininess because that really looks more traditional, like the keys. So that was one example. Then this was another little tag that I did, and I added the number 5. And again, I added the collage medium, so it's not quite as shiny. So these should be dry now. So let's see if we can just I just slip it off the tag, and sometimes you have to take the glue dot off. It kind of sticks to it. But these are repositionable glue dots, so it doesn't harm it. So there's the tag that we made. Sometimes you have to clean up the back a little bit or clean up the sides, and it just peels off. If you get some of the embossing powder on the side, it will peel off. And then this is the other one that we made, the little A. And let's see if we can just get that to come off. There we go. And then this is just the A. And so they're fun and easy to make. I will have a set, I will sell sets in my Etsy shop. I believe it's 12 tags, 6 letters and 6 numbers, just random. I would appreciate it if you left me a comment. If you prefer the shiny ones or if you like the ones with the collage medium on there better. Even if you liked the originally the traditional ones that I did, but I really got to where I liked this set better. So I would appreciate your comments. If you like the video, I would appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. That helps me. And I just want to thank you very much.